Hello guys, welcome to this channel. So today we'll be covering this topic which is Transit Gateway on AWS. So before we start, let's understand what is a Transit Gateway. Transit Gateway is an AWS service designed to simplify network connectivity for multiple VPCs and for on-premise network connectivity enablement. Okay, so it acts as a central hub that facilitates communication between various VPCs and on-premise networks, allowing for efficient and scalable network architecture in the AWS cloud environment. So, when before starting, let's have a look at the VPCs. So, as you can see, currently we have only one VPC created in our AWS account. Let's have a look at its configuration. This is the route table associated with this VPC, and these are the routes added on this route table. So to have a working transit gateway and to test the connectivity, we need to create another VPC. So we'll go ahead and create another VPC with the name app VPC. We'll use a manual CIDR pool and we'll assign a CIDR manually for the VPC. The rest of the settings we'll keep it as default. So as you can see, the new VPC has been created. So now we have total of two VPCs, one default and another one as app VPC that we created for this testing. Okay, so let's head over to transit gateways. As you can see, there is no transit gateway configured as of now in this account. So we'll go ahead and create a new one. So we will give the transit gateway name as transit gateway 01. Okay, let's keep it transit gateway non-prod for a more realistic scenario. We'll keep the rest of the settings as default. CIDR is optional, so we're not gonna touch that. So once we click on next, we can see the transit gateway has been created. This is the configuration for our transit gateway. Yeah. Okay, so now we'll proceed and create a transit gateway attachment. So we'll be starting with our first transit gateway attachment. We'll give the name as TG attachment 01 and in transit gateway ID. Okay, we cannot see our transit gateway ID listed here, so we need to refresh the page. Okay, so let me refresh the tab quickly. Okay, let's re-input the name 3G attachment 01. And now if we check, yeah, we can see the transit gateway that we created. In the attachment type, we'll select VPC. In VPC ID, we'll select first for a VPC. So as you can see, there are subnets created in this VPC are selected by default. So we'll go ahead and select the subnets that we need. It can be one, two, or all three. So let's keep two for this testing. Yeah, and once we click next, so we can see that the first gateway attachment has been created. So now, if we go back to VPCs, we cannot create the attachment yet for the second VPC that we just created, because the VPC is not having any subnets associated in. So we'll go ahead and create a new subnet. We'll create the subnet as we'll give the subnet a name at subnet 01. For the availability zone, we'll select as 1A. We can also keep it as no preference or select any other zone. For the subnet CIDR, we'll select the CIDR that belongs to the VPC that we are using for this subnet. Let me correct that. Yeah, that should work. Okay, great. So the subnet is created now. Yeah, okay. So, okay. So before we start, let's have a look at the current configuration of this transit gateway attachment that we just created. So we can see that the state is showing as available. Yeah, and this is the route table associated with this transit gateway. So we can see that the VPC that we selected, the default VPC, is there, and the state is associated. That's perfect. So we'll head over to the transit gateway attachments once again and create. So you can see that we can also select VPN or peering connection or a connect instead of VPC in the attachment type. Yeah. This is just something that I wanted to show before proceeding further. And let's create another attachment as we intended. So we'll give it a name TG attachment 02, and we will select the transit gateway ID and select the attachment type as VPC and then select a new VPC. We had created only one subnet, so we'll click next. So as we can see, the transit gateway attachment is created now, but the status is pending. We'll head over to the transit gateways, check that the flow logs is not created yet. We can create flow logs from here if required. This will give us more insights into how the connectivity is working and if there are any errors. So what to fix first to fix the second gateway attachment that is still pending. Yeah. Yeah. As you can see, there is no route table associated with this TGW attachment. So what we'll do is we'll go to the subnet, we'll select the route table. This is the route table associated with the transit gateway. Sorry, the subnet. So we'll select the route table and we'll add a new route to this route table. So we'll go ahead and Yeah, we'll select the transit gateway. But wait, I did a mistake. We don't want to route all traffic to one transit gateway. So instead, what we'll do is, just a second. Yeah, so we'll copy the CIDR of the secondary VPC. We'll paste it here as in the destination. So basically what we are saying is all the traffic destined to this second VPC on its resources should go through the transit gateway. So now if you go back to the transit gateway and the transit gateway attachments, yeah, we can see that the state is available for the second attachment as well. So we have created transit gateway, we have created two transit gateway attachments. Essentially we have connected these two VPCs. So I hope that was helpful and that was you guys were able to understand. In the next video, we will try to understand more about the VPN and direct connectivity with the transit gateway. Till then, take care, have a great day, and happy learning.